Over LBC. I put on LBC. Yeah, I put over LBC. Over LBC. I put over LBC. Over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon gods on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's a wave we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon gods on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. From the charts to the stage, man, you know who it be. It's that Lunar Beaches fam putting on endlessly.
Good evening and welcome to Lunar Beaches Crypto, where we ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2026 at 10:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do we have going on with Bitcoin? I think we're about to get a little bit of a dumpski. We shall see. Got the setup ready to go. Hopefully, didn't miss the entry. We shall see. Had class tonight, as always, every Tuesday night. Well, not always, for another 5 weeks. And yeah, tonight was a good session. Enjoyed it. We're finally getting into like leadership. I guess the first 6 weeks are about building that foundation, and then the next 6 weeks maybe will be about, well, now the next 5 will be about actually like leadership stuff. So it's good stuff, man. I've been enjoying it, and yeah, I'm excited for the next one, for the next 5 weeks really. And so great people in the class. It's been really good. It's been, I think that's important, is that your classmates are great people too. But let's go ahead and say good evening to the chat. Enough about me. What's going on, JR? What's going on, bro? How you doing? Throwing them waves in the chat. Absolutely love to see it. Let's see some waves. Throw some waves in the chat. Ride the waves. Wave riders. What's going on? What's going on, Jake Dorton? How you doing? Oh, by the way, subscribe to JR. If you're not already, subscribe to JR and show him some love. Throw some waves in his chats, in his comments, and let him know that LBC sent you. What's going on, JR? How you doing? What's going on, Jake Dorton? Hey, man, hope you're doing well. Man, I hope you're doing well too. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a good day. PC, what's going on, Blackie Chan? How you doing? They waived some military enlistment requirements. Guess who's talking to a recruiter tomorrow? Well, good luck. I saw that they changed the age. For the highest age for the army was like 34, and they changed it to 42. So that's cool. or 38 maybe, and then now they changed it to 42. Regardless, the top age now is 42, so good luck. And yeah, I don't know what the requirements. I know you're not anywhere near. Like, I know the age wasn't part of it, so I don't know what the other enlistment requirements you're talking about are. But good luck to you, buddy. The military can definitely alter your future for the better. Everybody that I personally know that has gone to the military just came out just doing really well for themselves, both like personally and outwardly, like their own character and all that stuff. So what's going on, Dusty Hunt? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Trade Intuition, sending the people over. Thank you for doing that, sir. I do greatly appreciate the raid. Bingo and a bango. How's everybody doing? Let's throw some bingo bangos in the chat. If you're not already, I mean, I just got rated, so you probably are. But if you're not already, make sure you go sub to Trade Intuition. Great trader. Love his thought process. And love how he explains things. One of the few people that's not just sending out signals, but actually explains his thought process, the trade ideas, and that is appreciated and should be appreciated, and something that we should probably see a little bit more of, a little bit less talking about thyself and talking more about other trade setups and why, when, where, why, how. Recruiters are scum. Why? I don't understand. We've got Big Buck Down BTC. Good evening, Retro, Mike Tech. Let's go, Titans. Oh, man, we've been making some off-season moves. I like it. I'm ready to see the draft. What's going on? How you doing? 42, and they got rid of some of the marijuana stuff. Oh, look at that. First-time viewer here. Hey, what's going on? Ghost of Odyssey. Mad love. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining and being a first-time viewer. Meet Damien. I love that name. Meet Damien. I think I've seen you around. I think I've seen you in other chats. Maybe Piper's? What's going on? Meet Damien. LBC OG. Melissa. One love. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Mad love. Make sure you guys join the free Discord. Link is in the description. It is also pinned in the chat. Someone pinned it. I don't know if it was Alexander G, but shout out to Alexander G if it was you. Or if it was Melissa. It was one of the two amazing ladies, Alexander G or Melissa One Love. Thank you both for helping me out, helping the channel. I was an Army recruiter 2000 to 2003, Eastern Kentucky. So you're talking about yourself. Okay. What's going on, Simeon Davis? Good evening. Good evening. Thank you for posting that link in the chat there, JR, for Trade Intuition. Don't forget to subscribe to counter this. BC Port Corp and myself's side project, I guess we could call it that, where we just have conversations, really, but about history. It's political adjacent. It's not really like political. Not like your typical political shows, that is. Like political punditry and nothing like that. We more like to try and go through the history of things and how things came about and what we can do to potentially move forward into the future. So taking a look at Bitcoin here, same trade setup idea as usual. We do have equal low sitting down here at 69.863. And so we're sitting down here. We have these equal lows. So this is going to be the downside target for me. We got the break of the trend. So now I'm just waiting for a pullback. The first initial break happened here. Did not get up to the golden zone as I'm going it. So now I'll just wait to see if this low is going to be the low where I get an entry into the golden zone. We've got a great show coming out about morality in an AI world tomorrow. Counter this 01 on all social media. There you go. Nice, BC. Congrats. I'm sure it would be good for you, brother. Do what you think is best, broski. Yeah, do what you think is best for you, bro. Yes, I have a trading channel as well. Came here from Trade Intuition stream. Oh. Awesome. Meet Damien. I didn't... Have I seen you on X? I feel like I've seen you. I've seen you somewhere. Probably, it's got to be like Piper, right? Yeah. If anybody can vouch for Meet Damien, tell me, and we will send people over. JR, I talked to Piper about it today, and he thinks it'd be a great choice. I'd have to put off college for a little, but could go for free after. Yeah, exactly. You get the GI Bill, right? Yep. Do your 4 years and get the GI Bill. Do like my brother, do 4 years, do the GI Bill, and then go through officer training, and then, yeah. What's going on, 666? That would be an extra fun show. RMT, what did he say? I read that as mortality. That'd be funny. Mortality in an AI in an AI world. Yeah, we could definitely go over that. So yeah, targeting 69,860 minimum for the low here. So we'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's go to the 4 hour. Still inside this rising channel, aka bear flag, if you will, and just waiting to see what comes of it. I need to go to a clean chart so we can get all this craziness off of here. Let's go to the Binance chart. Right, there we go. Okay, so rising lows. There we go. Higher lows, higher highs. This is how we get green eyes. I don't know. I was trying to think of something and couldn't. Higher lows and higher highs. This is how we get the pie. Something. Anyway. So, let's go ahead and, do I not have, okay. Okay. So I want to see how our momentum is looking. We're actually seeing money flow is still in the green. Our momentum is above the 0 line on both the Chart Prime Oscillator Pro Plus and the RSI. So that is showing, I mean, they're barely above the 50. So it's showing a little bit of strength. So my short idea is very much short term, very much scalp, maybe even overnight trade. So we'll see what happens to that. We did get a bullish divergence here, but we already got a push up off of that. So now we want to see if we can get some continuation here. I mean, this could very much be the start of a 1, 2, either 3, an ABC, getting up here to this order block. So we have a block of candles here, okay? So there's a few different ways to look at order blocks. I just call everything that I see an order block. No, not really. It's usually the last candle within a move, within a trend. Okay, so we have 4 hour order block, last up candle before a trend reversal, and then we have the last down candle within a trend reversal. And these levels do get played off of, right? Come down, hit it, push up. Sometimes we get mitigation, which is when you completely take out a level. But you can see the first push into this order block did result in a bearish push to the downside. Then we got another push to the upside, showing exhaustion in the move. Three-wave move, as we always say. Watch for the three waves. It's not really three waves. It's more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. But they are overlapping, meaning they're touching each other. They're going into the territory of each other. So when I say overlapping waves versus more like impulsive waves, I'm talking about this. So if I create a high, create a low, and push up and create a higher high, if I come into or below, if I touch the top there, that's fine. But if I come below that high, I am now in the territory of wave 1. Wave 1, from low to high, that's its territory. So when I say overlapping waves, I mean we are getting waves that are price action that is coming into the previous wave's territory. Impulsive is when you get a shift away from the territory of the previous wave. Basically. So I'm going to get rid of this. Now, order blocks, I also like to look at, I like to call them sandwich blocks. Now, typically a sandwich block is just a 3-block move where you get one candle, the opposite candle, and then another candle, making like a sandwich. Something like this one, which we came down to perfectly and nailed and pushed away from. It's where we have very relatively or equal opens and closes of these candles, and they're all just kind of like sandwiched together like this. So those are going to be those are typically going to be points of interest. There's going to be some points of interest because there's a lot of orders happening in one zone. So we know that there's liquidity in that zone, in that area, because of all the overlapping orders or all the overlapping candles. We also know the same of wicks, not necessarily with wicks, because wicks do the damage. Candle bodies tell the story. The wicks do the damage. The bodies tell the story. So oftentimes, because of a lack of liquidity, once you liquidity sweep, because there's a lack of buying up here at the top, you're going to reverse. So you do wipe the liquidity. I mean, you get there's tons of liquidity that gets wiped. But once you start getting pretty high, I mean, it just kind of, I mean, that's why you reverse. There's nothing more to push it up. So it's really one-sided liquidity that's getting taken. In this instance, it's the long side getting taken by the reversal. Yeah, so now you can trade off of the wicks for sure, but not always. We do like to see, as long as they are at highs, major swing levels, we do like to see back-to-back wicks being key levels. It's called a rejection block, but fancy names, schmancy names. We just know that there's wick action. 20 years Army Infantry, best thing ever. I put on the LBC. How was your day? My day was great. All set. How was yours? Thank you for being here. Green Eyes, LMAO. It's all good. I got a decent following on TikTok, and I stream on YouTube as well. I'll have to check you out, Meet Damien. Meet Damien is A1. Definitely a great source of information. Oh, there we go. Well, I like to spread the love. So if anybody, I mean, I trust BC, so for sure. So if BC or any of the other mods would like to throw out Meet Damien's stuff, do it. What are your opinions on Kanye West, the Taliban, Epstein, Iraq, and Palestine? What? Do we want to go there? I mean, this is a trading and crypto and stuff channel, so yeah. My opinions on Kanye West. Kanye West goes through several different manic episodes, and it's very obvious for anybody that's ever dealt with manic people. Uh, and yeah, he's a bit off his rocker a little bit, in my opinion. Um, that now does that mean he's wrong about everything he talks about? Yeah, probably not. I'd say definitely not. But yeah, I don't know. I was never a big like fan of Kanye West as far as like his music. I never, not that it was like bad or terrible or anything like that. It's just not something that I ever like really got into or anything like that. I know everybody talks about, see, I know what everybody talks about. I know everybody talks about graduation, and I'm just like, I don't even know what that means. I know it's one of his albums, and I know it's one of his like most popular ones, but yeah, I don't know. The Taliban, I don't know. They're they don't, they're not recognized as a sovereign country in Afghanistan, because of, you know, human rights violations and stuff like that. And yeah, yeah, I don't know. The Taliban though, the Taliban is better than Al Qaeda. Why? Because the Taliban is just patriots. They want to protect the homeland. Al Qaeda will go out there and find you somewhere else and try to kill you. So, but they do, I do believe they talk to each other. I'm not sure. What else? I guess we have a few episodes. I counted this now. Yeah, exactly. We can go over all of this stuff, right? Thanks for the shout out. Absolutely, bro. Buck, what's going on, Buck? What the Buck? How you doing, Buck? Nihilist, UK drum and bass. Hey, that's a name I have not seen in a while. What's going on, Nihilists? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. If you wouldn't mind going ahead and hitting that like button while you're here. Hitting that subscribe if you are new and you are enjoying the stream. And yeah, all that good stuff. Epstein. I think Epstein is a psyop. I don't know, dude. It's I don't know. There's a lot there. I'll just leave it at that. It's too nice to know. Nice to be here. Yeah. So the Taliban is better because they can't reach out and touch someone. See, Buck knows. Buck knows. I was just looking. Wait, why am I changing? All right, so this is XRP. This did break down, embarrassingly backtest this trend line here, and did reject. However, it did get oversold here on the 4 hour. It's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily mean now it's going to reverse or be super bullish or anything. But I would like to see it get above the 50 here on the RSI. I mean, money flow is looking okay. I mean, you got the True 7 money flow all trying to really push above that zero line. If they can all get going here on the 4 hour, then this might get a little push. Let's go down to the 15. Take a look. See. So this is kind of what I'm expecting on Bitcoin. Don't really see, I don't see any like equal lows, relatively equal lows. Everything looks pretty solid here. Wow, there's like no volume on this chart. Let's go to the Bybit chart. What's this one looking like? Let's zoom out. Did I draw the same structure? I sure did. See, this is what I don't understand. How do my measured moves get thrown off? Because there's no reason for me to place a measured move right like this. Like, I really don't understand it. Like, I think TradingView does some finagling. Because it makes no sense. But anyways, the measured move on this would be 92 cents if it was to play out. This is the very conservative measured move. That didn't even line up. Doesn't make sense, but there we go. Are we still 92 cents? 93, 91 general area. That is if it is to roll over and die. So that $1 level, the macro 786 sits at about $1.02. Dollar and a cent and a half. That's going to be a psychological level that it will probably need to hold. I would say at least not really close a weekly candle below, but it very well could. Just zooming out a little bit here, coming out to the daily chart. This is just a general demand zone, just pulling in this whole little range in here. Pretty wide range, actually. And yeah, marking that off as an area of demand that we could get down to. And the 886 right there is at about 68 cents. So, we'll see. We do need to get a reversal on just about all of these if we want anything good to happen. Nothing bad can happen. It can only good happen. Thank you, Mr. Trump, for the quote of the century. All right, so we might have a bottom here, and we created equal lows here on Bitcoin. I do not have my breakout pulled up, which is very unfortunate. I wonder if it'll let me just go straight to it. Dang sinuses, man. I am so sick and tired of this weather. I don't know about you guys, but here in the Delta South, it's been chaotic. It's been all over the place. There was someone even made a joke. One of my clients made a joke today as I was leaving their house. The wife was like, yeah, can you go ahead and de-winterize my scuppers, which is like a water feature on a pool? And I was like, yeah, sure. And she's like, I think we're pretty much done with the cold weather, right? And I was like, who knows? Her husband was like, like basically said the same thing, like, who knows? Because literally, last weekend we went from 74 degrees, and in 2 days it dropped down. We had a freeze warning. It dropped down to the 20s. It's like, okay, I see. And this is common. It's every year. Every year it's the same, for the most part. Here, I'm 30 minutes away from Memphis, but in this general area, we kind of get the 4 seasons, but it's mostly like extended period of winter, extended period of summer, and spring and fall are like this for like a month each. It's like, we're kind of chilly, we're kind of cold, we're super hot, we're kind of chilly, we're kind of super hot, we're kind of chilly, and then it just goes, and we're super hot. And it's the exact opposite for the fall. Oh, that's fun. So we have about 1 month of spring, 1 month of fall, and then that's about it. In my opinion, you should have a final plan slash goal. Go to whomever. Army Piper said the Army would be most likely to work with my history to get a waiver. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you think God stays in heaven because he, too, lives in fear of what he's created here on earth? What is going on? Dinner plate 388? 3888? Hold on. Who asked the question earlier? Same person. Okay. So the Taliban is better. Buck, I'm going to talk to a recruiter tomorrow. PSYOP is a cop-out answer. Well, the Marines, yeah, PSYOPs is good work. Pay. WTF keeps auto-correcting. I've got no viewers, apparently, according to YouTube again. Do you think God stays in heaven because he, too, lives in fear of what he's created here on earth? No. I think, well, first of all, what do you mean by stays in heaven? If God is omnipotent, omnipresent, and omniscient, then he's everywhere at all times, always. So I don't know what you mean by stays in heaven. Whether you believe or not, it is clear to me, scientifically proven, that we are all interconnected in some way, whether it's we've traded off energy between each other, which is basically trading off molecules and atoms, protons, maybe not protons, electrons. No, electrons can move around. String theory is a thing. Quantum physics. It's kind of crazy. Did you guys know that they did an experiment with electrons where down here on Earth they had like somewhere, I don't know, I can't remember where how it all happened, but essentially they were able to shoot an electron from one place to another, but it like disappears here and reappeared in the other location. Stuff that's too difficult for my simple brain to explain. But basically, electrons, we know electrons. I think we've looked at like in a coffee mug, we have seen electrons literally popping in and out of existence, and which is kind of insane, but seeing as how they help make up us and everything, so it's just kind of like, did we come from nothing? Probably not. Even right next to my, he is everywhere all the time. Yep. Lunar, did you just smoke a bowl? I just got home from work and from class. No, I'm reading off. Do you think God stays in heaven because he too lives in fear of what he's created here on earth? I'm just running. I just took that and ran with it. I've only got 7 concurrent viewers. What happened? Is it because I started going off on a tangent thanks to dinner plate? All right, we're getting a push here on Bitcoin. I should have taken the long here off the sweep of the equal lows here, but woulda, shoulda, coulda, but didn't, and that's okay. We don't I can't even think of the word I'm looking for. Still can't think of it. I am tired. You sound high. Okay. Um, I don't know. I'm just talking how I usually talk. I don't know what sounding high even talk sounds like, to be honest. No, I could definitely talk high, dude. I can talk high. If you want me to, I can talk high. That's like over exaggerated high, but I can talk high if you want me to, bro. Get moving. So I'm looking for a retrace into the 618, or sorry, the 50, the 618, aka, and the 0.66 or 0.65, depending on how fancy you are. The golden pocket and the 786. So anywhere within this zone would be a good entry for me. Stop loss either at the high or above the high. I've started to just put it at the high instead of above the high. Because I noticed that, or at least for me, psychologically, if it takes out the high, then my trade was invalid anyway. Right? So I'd rather take a smaller loss than get pissed off because it went higher and then reversed and just took out my stop up high. If that happens, I'm pissed off. And I don't want to get pissed off. I want to get revenge without revenge trading. So yeah, this is what I'm looking for here. Maybe clear these highs. But I do see we do have some relatively equal highs here. So we've got to be careful that this doesn't push higher here. That is a possibility. I would prefer to see a rejection, a nice wick into one of these key levels, and then a close below that level, or this level. And with some volume, getting a nice pump here. Let's get into it. You can do it, put your back into it. I don't know what this is. I guess an old fair value gap from last night, maybe? See, zooming out. This is a 5-minute. This might continue to push, but we do have these equal lows. So, yeah. Do have the equal lows. I do think we will come back for those. Ooh, we got equal lows over here too. Oh yeah, those are the ones I'm aiming for. Duh. Are we getting a break? Not yet. We've come into a fair value gap here on the 5-minute. But I'm still looking for a retrace into key levels. I mean, I'm pretty confident we will come for the equal lows at some point. These equal lows, these equal lows. It's just about finding the reversal. And the reversal could be starting. We did have a trend. We've broken that trend. What we have not done is cleared a swing low, which would be this low here. So we'll see. Being the genius financial investor that he was, do you think Epstein invested in this? What What are we talking about right now? Do you think Netanyahu is alive? What's going on? Am I being trolled? Do I think Netanyahu is alive? I think Netanyahu is probably alive. Um, Honestly, for a second there, I was kind of thinking Israel was doing the whole AI, was like doing AI videos for their own psyop. Give people overconfidence or something. I don't know. Let's see. Now, interesting to note that I just recognized is that this is kind of bullish structure here. We don't really have a whole lot of overlap here. This is more of a push, pull down, bounce off the highs, push, pull down, bounce off the highs, push. Now this is where we've gotten to this low here. But there's a chance that this does go a little bit higher because we didn't take this low. There's a chance this goes higher before we get a true reversal, because this is more bullish order flow here. I don't know, man. I don't know. The equal lows are definitely screaming, take me out. Ultra zoomed out. Super tough. Super tough. Still getting bullish flow. Totally agree. What do we agree with? I'm so confused by dinner plate. With those 6 fingers, I never saw 6 fingers. I don't know if people can't like count, or at least the parts that people froze the video, the part of the video that I saw people actually freeze and say there's 6 fingers. I was like, can you not count? Because I clearly see only 5. The proper number of fingers. I don't know. Needs the SFP to high side before falling. Yeah, that's something that we could look for as an a swing fail pattern of this high. We do have those equal highs. I did point those out, and those could be the fuel that it needs to push up higher, getting above the 786. See, that's the thing too. These are above the 786. And so if we're going to attack those equal highs, it's very likely, not for certain, that it pushes past these equal highs. Those equal highs help push price past this high, and then we look for the potential swing fail pattern. Swing fail pattern, for those that do not know, you break a swing high and you come back within the range. Typically, you want to see a wick that just goes above the high, and then the candle body close back below that high. Because what that shows is a false breakout, a false move, and it shows, as we say, the market maker is showing their hand. They're cleaning out liquidity, but there's no proof of the move, right? It's like, yeah, we broke the high, but how bullish are we really if the candle's going to close below that high? Did we hit the 50 here? Nope, came up short. US oil. Who do you think wins in a fight? 1,000 Ironmen or 50,000 Mike Tysons. I definitely think 1,000 Iron Man. I think one Iron Man would beat 50,000 Mike Tysons because, I don't know, weapons? U.S. oil, $88.50, which is exactly what we want to see. I did notice my local gas prices starting to come to the downside. So that's nice to see. It's a sight for sore eyes for sure. We'll just have to, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm thinking that we might still get a little push up here, maybe to the golden pocket before potentially rolling over, technically creating some kind of like bear flag, and then rolling back over and getting back into those 60s. So I predict right here, right now, if this keeps going this way, we will have an end to the war this weekend. Just by going off of the oil chart, I am predicting the future. You might want to go and backtest oil and see how true that is. Anyways. Total 2. So how's our altcoins looking? Still in banana zone land, right? Talked about this last night. What's the banana zone? What's the banana? No Batman? No Batman. But momentum line from 76K is right here too. Or screws everyone and sends it to Valhalla. Well, wouldn't screw bag holders, right? Bag holders would be super happy with that. And that's the thing. That's another thing. If the war does end ever soon, whenever it does end, I do expect some kind of pump that would be like, that would feel so like we're so back. And my fear is that people that don't watch the channel won't be prepared for what could follow that pump, which would be big push up, maybe even, maybe getting all the way up there, but maybe not. Maybe getting up into the weekly fair value gap and the golden pocket, and then rolling over. And I just realized something, that Bitcoin could do the funniest thing. You know, my whole 3-wave move thing that I've been talking about for the past, I don't know, couple months. 1, 2, 3, break, pull back, and go. That would be absolutely insane. Move this over just a tad, make sure the bottom comes in October to fit my 4-year cycle narrative. To fit the 4-year cycle narrative, I should say. Which I have no reason to believe yet will not happen. You know, this is a midterm year. Midterm years are down years. And the years following that are typically bullish, at least first half of the next year. Typically bullish. This one just continued sideways for the first, well, I guess almost a year. And then it got super bullish. If we did go sideways, though, for like a whole year, at lows, very specifically at lows, then 2027 might be, at least the first half, might be pretty bullish. Who knows? But the tops have always come in during the first year of a general election for Bitcoin, and the bottoms The bear markets, the majority of the bear market has always occurred during midterm years. And until that pattern breaks, until that trend breaks, there's no reason to believe it won't happen again. And right now, exactly 1,435 days, just like the last two cycle bottom to bottoms, puts us at October 26th of this year for the bottom. Who knows? Of course, that could change. Anything can happen. We have to be prepared for all possible scenarios. Duality C, he's not of this world. What's going on, Duality? How you doing, bro? Thank you for showing up, showing out. If you guys wouldn't mind going ahead and hitting that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I appreciate each and every single one of you for being here and showing your support and your kindness and asking your random questions. Do you think Epstein invested in this? I don't know what "in this" means. I'm going to assume you mean Bitcoin. I think it's pretty much a known fact that he did invest. It was like around like $500,000 into the Bitcoin core team or foundation. And so yeah, I think he probably did invest in it. He invested in a lot of things, so I don't think it necessarily means anything like other people are trying to make it out to be. I had my friend send me something because he's such a conspiracy nut. I love him to death, though. Something about the whole thing, the fake images going around about Epstein being Satoshi. It's like Satoshi's wallet stopped moving a long time ago. Stopped being active a long time ago. Well, Otter Gang, much love. I'm out. Lava Ocean Adventures, thank you for stopping by. I do greatly appreciate it. OG in the house. Otter Gang, gang, gang. Thank you for stopping by, my friend. And I do greatly appreciate you, as always. Yeah. Thank you, Lava Ocean. And thank you for all of your chats. I do greatly appreciate you for chatting it up. Getting that engagement up. What are we doing, Bitcoin? Always throw a fib on it. We're trying to get a bounce here off the golden pocket, so we can bounce up to this golden pocket. That would be super sweet. So following my strategy, I should be entering the trade right now. I'm not gonna unless I get a bounce. I gotta see a bounce here on the 1 minute chart. Ooh, push down. Give me a bounce. Give me a bullish engulfing candle, something. God, my nose is so itchy. I have sinuses, allergies, man. This time of year just absolutely destroy me. So much pollen everywhere. Like everything is yellow. Cars yellow. Sorry. The driveway, the patios, decks, outdoor furniture, everything outdoors is yellow. Everything yellow. It's like a Gucci Mane music video. Everything yellow. Do you believe in chaos theory, LBC? Believe in it? Like believe it works? I do believe it works, yes. I think Trump has proven that chaos theory works. But I think you've got to be able to navigate it very well at the same time. What's the NQs doing? We got 5 minutes. Let's zoom out to the hourly. How are we looking? Okay. I mean, we get a break. We break the high, but again, I mean, this is like an SFP, right? Where you don't get a close above it, and so we got to pull back off of that. So we'll see. Black and yellow, black and yellow. It's not Gucci, but close enough, I guess. Coming into a fair value gap right now on the hourly. Also have an order block here. You know what it is. Bounce off the 50 or the golden pocket. Get a push. Get a push. Yeah, it's all sketch. Anything on the economic side tomorrow? I don't think so. It's supposed to be a pretty boring week this week for economic data. Let's go to important only tomorrow. United Kingdom inflation rate year over year. I don't think anybody really cares what happens in the UK. No offense. But let's be real. Everybody pays attention to the US stuff for now. Crude oil imports change. Gasoline production change. Distillate stocks change. 17-week bill auction. 5-year note auction. Not really anything crazy. What's River doing? We've been following River. Looks like it's holding steady. Go to the 4-hour, still within the megaphone. Wait, did this happen today? Ooh, I should have set an alert. The anchored VWAP from the swing high over here, we just smacked that today. Starting to get a bounce. That was my entry. It's also a bounce off of that value area high of the fixed range volume profile. Yep, value area high. Higher low too. If this can get some continuation, it's a big if. We're still looking at a measured move of a 60, 69. Nice. I mean, these are some nice lower wicks here on the 4-hour. Just need to get a push. Get a push. Come on. Give me a push. Let's go to the 15. See potential entry here. Bull flag inside of a bull flag inside of a bull flag. It's bull flags all the way down, bro. Bull flags all the way down. Turtles all the way down. And this is when things get a little bit crazy. So when you start seeing things like really expand like this, they start off small and then they start to expand, they start to get volatility, you're going to get a big break one way or the other. And I mean, inverse head and shoulders, push up to the golden pocket, 786 area, and an order block. So I mean, I think this is what we're going to get, especially considering the inverse head and shoulders and how this is an accumulation. You just break out, reaccumulate, and then push higher. Some would even probably consider this to be a Wyckoff accumulation in some ways. you've got, I bet I can spread this out and go over that. 10 o'clock. So yeah, I mean, you've got your seller's climax, your automatic rally. Is this the secondary test? Something else. Can't remember. Not really. Kind of a spring. Push up. Last point of support. Push higher. And sign of strength on the breakout of the move. There's your sign of strength. And now consolidate and then push higher. So I do think this can very much get going here. And we're also above all of this volume, all this liquidity. And we don't have much in the way on the upside to have to battle through. So it can slice through because this is, I mean, there's nothing. Look at that compared to this, right? All the way out here and like nothing here. So that makes it easier for price to push. Okay. Bitcoin real quick, just one more quick look. And scene. Oh, we went in lower. We went lower. I still have not gotten the pullback that I want. Still waiting. I will keep pulling this down until it pulls back to my entry level, which is the golden zone. So we'll see. I don't need economic data to shake up the market when you've got Trump tweeting about Iran every other day. What a time to be alive. Yeah, and you know, we actually talked about that last night. And about how I was like, no economic data this week doesn't really matter. It's going to be a headline driven week. Headlines, not data. So that could be anything. I just saw something earlier that it was like 5 or 6 hours ago that it was posted about Iran talking about, you know, U.S. Marine presence or, you know, troops going to Iran. And they said that they have a message for them, and it was, come closer. That's ominous. The thing is, though, when you're dealing with with the terrorist regime, as they say, they might be completely suicidal. So who knows? I honestly don't know. God bless our troops, I guess. Pray for the troops. Connect these highs. I just connected these highs. Had to show that before I bounce. One thing that would help solidify this is if this comes up, does not break this high, but this does break the high here, that'd be a divergence, bearish divergence. Another point, it could break the high, and if it creates a higher high, this is on the 1 minute, by the way, it creates a higher high, but it does not create a higher high here, that's also a bearish divergence. So, or if it comes up, doesn't create a higher high, but this does create a higher high, and that's your standard bearish divergence. Then you look for the pullback, then you look for the retrace, enter on a retrace, stop at the high, aim for the equal lows. And that is going to be it for me. Thank you all for joining me. I do greatly appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind hitting that like button on your way out, subscribe.
Put on LBC. I put on LBC.
How did I mute myself? How did that happen? I don't know what I said, so like the stream, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the notification bell to be notified for whenever I create new content when I go live. Join the free Discord, link is in the description or in the chat. Follow me on X at Lunar Beaches. Hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Mad love, God bless. Ride the waves. Peace out. Bye.
I put on LBC. Yeah, I put on LBC. Over LBC. I put on LBC. Over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Started with a vision, now we running the game. Charts glow, purple teal, yeah, you know the name. From the beach to the block, we controlling the tide. Every candle that we light, that's the wave we ride. I've been grinding through the night, while the city don't sleep. Putting LBC on maps, taking wins, stacking deep. From the charts to the streets, got the fam in the mix. Every move calculated, yeah, we playing with steel. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC, over LBC. Wave riders in the building, yeah, they riding with me. Moon guys on my chain, ain't no breaking the team. Crypto hustle late nights, yeah, we stay in the zone. Stacking knowledge, stacking bags, turning charts into gold. Market makers throw shade, but we glow through the rain. Every dip just a test, every loss turns to gain. Got the fam worldwide, but the roots run deep. From the med, I was grind to the LBC streets. This for every wave rider who believed in the dream. We gon' put it on the map, keep it real, reign supreme. Reign supreme, reign supreme, reign supreme. I put over LBC, over LBC. I put over LBC.